Hi, and welcome to the section describing how Roku channels work. I wanted to create this section so that we can all get off and start with the same terminology and the same idea about what a Roku channel is. Roku has a few components on there, and we just wanted to go over and clarify what a channel is. Do they have any cost for channels, and what are the requirements for a channel? So given that, we're going to proceed here to the next slide, which is going to go over the topic of what is a Roku channel. So Roku channels are created by Roku account holders. This is very, very important. Anyone who has a Roku device can technically create their own channel. A channel is a collection of the channel owner's videos and content. So what we're going to see here is that if you have videos and you have content, you can create a Roku channel and you can put that content up on Roku, and you can most likely get it publicly available in the search box and in the channel sections area to look at to Roku. Now I say most likely is because there are a few exceptions. Roku has a certain types of content and classes they don't really accept, such as adult content, and others they're not really putting out publicly. So with those exceptions, most people can get their channels published quite easily on Roku. Channels can be found in the channel store on Roku, and you can find channels by searching or browsing Roku categories. So let's just take a look real quick at Roku, and let's look at where the channels are. So on our Roku screen here, we can see that when we first launch to the home screen, we can see clearly our channels, and our channels are over here towards the right-hand side. And you'll notice all the channel tiles just kind of stacked up, one on top of another. And these are all of our channels. Let's go ahead and launch a typical Roku channel. So let's go down here and let's find one of our channels. How about this one? Western movie and TV classics that we do. Actually, let's do golden TV movie classics. There we are. This is one of our channels that we operate. So we're going to see that you have a nice big splash screen that loads up, and then after your splash screen that loads up, you're going to see a screen that's going to present you with the option of what you want to do when you start the channel. In our channel's case, you do have the option of watching free or watching without ads. We're just going to go ahead in this case and we're going to choose the watch free. Watching free in the case of our channels that we do is something that you can do. You can watch the channel free, but you do have to watch the ads, or you can pay to have the ads removed. So let's just look at it. You can see this is a fairly typical channel. We have different categories, and then you can go into the category and we could choose to play one of these videos here. So this is a very typical setup for a Roku channel. And let's go back out to the home screen. We can get back to the home screen and see our channels list. So while there's many places to look for channels, I'm just going to go over a couple here that are pretty common. One that I use most of the time is actually in the search. So I would just go here and I would search for a channel. That's going to give me the quickest and easiest path to the content I'm looking for. You can also go down into the, let's see here, we got a streaming channels section. And then you can go into the channel store. And then down in channel store, we can see the various genres, and we could choose to browse those genres to find a channel. So people get to Roku usually through these two areas. They get through the streaming channel, or they search and they go through the channel store, or they do the search. All right, so moving to our next area of presentation here, we're going to next discuss who actually can create a Roku channel. And this is an area that has a lot of confusion. People actually think that you have to have some special relationship with Roku in order to create a channel. In truth, anyone with a Roku account can create a Roku channel. So that means if you have a Roku device, you have a Roku account, and you certainly can create a channel. Account holders do need to fill out a development agreement. And so that's really important that you fill out that agreement, and we'll go over that a little bit later in the course. Once you complete the agreement, your channel, your agreement is processed. Usually takes anywhere from, I don't know, 3 to 10 days on average, and 3 being the most common of that. And then and you submit that for approval. And when your channel is approved, you can actually find that in the channel store. So you have to take out your developer agreement first. That's the first thing you need to do. Then you develop your channel, and then you submit your channel for review, and then you find your channel in the channel store. So anyone really can create a channel. This is probably one of the most common questions that we get asked when people develop or want to develop a Roku channel. They think that Roku charges them something to develop the channel. This is not true. There is absolutely no cost to create a Roku channel. Not from Roku. Roku itself does not charge you to create a channel. There are a number of vendors, a number of developers who will charge you to create a Roku channel, but if you want to create a Roku channel by yourself, you can do that free of cost. You simply fill out a developer agreement, you submit that agreement for approval, and once you are approved, you can develop your channel, and you can develop a number of channels absolutely free of cost. So that is really good for people thinking that there may be some sort of price point barrier. There actually isn't. There isn't any special, special favor that you need to have. You don't need to have connections with someone at Roku in order to get a Roku channel. Really, anyone can develop a Roku channel. All you have to do is have a Roku device, and therefore you have an account with them. So let's go over the things that we've learned in summary about the Roku channels so far in this section. We learned that Roku channels can be created by literally any Roku account holder. Roku allows you to apply for a developer account, which allows you to create channels. It's really more of a formality. They usually review your application, get back to you in about 2 to 3 days. Sometimes it can take us slightly longer. I've seen it take up to 10 days, but that is the outside. So usually in about 2 to 3 days, you can get approved to be a developer. And once you are approved as a developer, you can create channels free of charge. So most importantly here, Roku does not charge you to create a Roku channel. So let's just go over the things that we know about channels just one more time. And then let's take a look at our Roku here. It's gone to friendly screensaver mode. Channels appear on your home screen as tiles like this. Channels can be found by going to search and searching for a channel in the search box, or channels can be found by browsing the streaming channel store and looking down in the genres category where you're going to see the channels that are available. So all of these ways are ways that you can find channels on Roku, and these are channels. So let's move on now to the next section in our class. Thank you.